Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is Top 4, Game 3 of the League Cup that happened at Die Hard Games on November 4th, 2023. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format anyone wants, really. More info in the description. League Challenge, Thursday, November 16th at 6 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games. And check out Pokemon's event locator for more premier events at Die Hard games such as League Challenges, League Cups, and pre-releases. Please hit that like button right quick. Subscribe to this channel. Ring the bell for notifications. Say what you need to say in the comments and all that other good stuff. But anyways, let's get into this Game 3 Top 4. So this one, if I remember right, did go to time. And then the time rules in Top 4 are whoever takes the most prizes when the plus 3 turns in time is up is the winner. So I'll do my best to kind of recognize that when it comes up and remind you guys again. So just so you know what's going on here, looks like our Charizard player got a mulligan. So they are gonna take that, I believe. And then we will see who chose to go first, who chose to go second. The Lost Zone player chooses who goes first or second here. And I think our Charizard player is going first, so yeah, most likely the Lost Box player chose to go second. So it looks like our Charizard player used Nest Ball for Charmander. Oh no, they started Charmander actually. Nest Ball for Arceus V. That's very important to get out in this build of Charizard because the Arceus V-Star makes things happen with its V-Star power ability. Any Battle VIP pass in that hand. Going to Fleet-Footed on the active Entei V. Searching for that Battle VIP pass. And no Battle VIP pass, just a pass. Otherwise, not too bad. Having the Arceus V and Lone Charmander out, because if there's an escape rope, you could put up the Arceus V with more HP to soak up a Cramorant hit. Either way, the Comfey on the right is going to use Flower Selecting to send a Comfey into the Lost Zone and keep that other card off the top, followed by a Chorus Experiment. Looking at the top 5 cards of the deck, keeping 3 of them and sending 2 into the Lost Zone. Actually debating on getting rid of that Chorus Experiment and Lost Vacuum. Maybe there's another Chorus Experiment in hand already. Either way, those are the 2 cards that are going to go. I think I see a Battle VIP pass, so they are ready to go here with that item. You can play on your first turn only. When you do, you search your deck for 2 Pokemon, 2 basic Pokemon, and put them onto your bench. Shout out to the V-Star marker. So our player is going to take a little bit of time here to look through the deck and see what might be prized, what's available in the deck, and ends up deciding on Dragonite V and Comfey in this opening turn. I believe the Dragonite V is being prioritized here so quickly because these players know time is almost up in this single elimination round, and they need to be the ones to take the most prize cards first. So who does that best in this Lost Zone deck? Dragonite V. Switch card being played to switch into the second Comfey. Second Flower Selecting, taking a look at the top 2. Ooh, Course Experiment and Boss's Orders. I think you got to get rid of the Boss's Orders at this point, because there's already a Course Experiment in the Lost Zone. I think I might have forgot to say Forest Seal Stone was attached to that bench Dragonite V, so that way it can pick a card, any card from the deck, whenever it's the right time to do so. Pat to the Peak being put down here, shutting off those rule box Pokemon abilities, really hurting this Charizard deck and passing things over to the Charizard. So we need to see a path counter. Starting off with the Arven. Arven's going to grab a tool card and an item. So if there's not already a Lost Vacuum or Stadium, Counter Stadium in hand, the Lost Vacuum can be found off of this Arven to get rid of that Pat to the Peak. Lost Vacuum and Choice Belt are going to be the choices off of the Arven. Arceus V-Star evolves on the bench. And with that Lost Vacuum, its V-Star power will be online. We got to get rid of the Pat to the Peak first, though. Lost Vacuum, sending a card to the Lost Zone in order to send the Path to the Peak to the Lost Zone. Now Arceus V-Star uses its V-Star power ability, Starbirth, to search the deck for 2 cards. Rare Candy being eyed up right away, as well as that Charizard EX. So we're going to see that Charmander evolve into Charizard EX, and Charizard EX use its Infernal Rain ability, I believe is what it is. I only said it like 12 times when recording yesterday. I know it by heart. Infernal Rain, when you evolve Charizard, search the deck for 3 basic fire energy and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Imagine we're going to see 2 go onto the Entei and 1 onto the Charizard. Just depends on what's in hand, see if there's any basic energy in hand. Oh, all 3 of them actually go on to the Arceus V-Star. Okay. Wonder if there's a way to retreat here. Fleet-footed Entei draws a card when it's in the active spot with its ability. Escape Rope found there. The opponent promotes a new active Pokemon first, then you do the same. Arceus V-Star coming into the active spot, as well as Comfey on the other side. Energy attached from hand to the Charizard EX, and Arceus V-Star attacks for 200 damage into that Comfey V, taking the KO. And the first prize in the game, Arceus V-Star also accelerate a fire energy to that Entei V. It's powered up. We have a pretty intimidating board state on the left over here for turn 2. On the right, a course experiment is played, and we're deciding which 2 cards to Lost Zone and which 3 to keep. Raikou V and Artisan sent to the Lost Zone. They're the 3 cards kept. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in the Lost Zone, so Mirage Gate is online. Comfey uses flower selecting to look at the top 2, sending a Hisuian Heavy Ball into the Lost Zone. 8 cards in the Lost Zone now. We're debating on playing a Nest Ball, but not before another Comfey. Keeping the Lost Zone engine alive here. Escape Rope being played. The opponent needs to promote a new active Pokemon first. Put up the Charizard EX, it has the most HP. The Dragonite V comes into the active spot. And Mirage Gate is played when there's 7 or more cards in the Lost Zone. You could search your deck for 2 different basic energy and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. Lightning and Water energy going on to that Dragonite V. And I believe we have a Lightning in hand, or a way to find it. Sableye hits the bench. Second Mirage Gate being played. To search the deck for a Psychic Energy to attach to the benched Sableye V so it's ready to attack when it's time. And the final Water Energy gets attached to the Dragonite V. Path to the Peak comes down. And Dragonite V attacks the Charizard EX for 250 damage, doing 20 damage to each of your own bench Pokemon, and play resumes on Charizard's side in this race to take the most prize cards before the game ends in top 4. Right now, Charizard is not taking the knockout on the Dragonite V. Arceus can get there. Choice Belt attached to the Arceus V-Star and Iono being played. Both players shuffle their hands, put them at the bottom of their deck, and draws for their remaining prize cards. Our video cut there, so I'm going to go ahead and get the second part of this game going, of this recording going. This one here. So yep, we're playing the Iono. The Lost Zone player getting 6 cards here, the Charizard player getting 5. Alright, so yes, Arceus V-Star is doing 230 damage right now, so we would like to see the Charizard EX retreat into that Arceus V-Star, and Arceus V-Star take the KO here. Let's see if our Charizard player does that. Charizard, I think has only, yeah, I think it only has 1 energy on it right now, actually. Ultra Ball being played, discarding Battle VIP Pass and Charmander to search the deck for a Pokemon card. Stage 10, Basic, Mega, any Pokemon is good. Manaphy being found. That's interesting. Not sure if I like the Manaphy here. We don't have a Greninja in play right now. On the other side, 2 Mirage Gate were spent already, and that's just an easy prize for Sableye to pick off. So I get why they're doing it, but I'm not sure if I would have in this case, especially when we just need to take the most prize cards to win the game. Was there no fire in hand in order to retreat, or no way to retreat? No, so we can't even get an attack with the Charizard. Very unlucky here as play resumes on the Lost Zone side. The Forest Seal Stone is going to be activated with its what is that called? Either way, it has the gives the Pokemon it's attached to the V-Star power to search the deck for one card, any card. Star Alchemy, is that it? Let me know in the comments. One card is found, and it was most likely that Course Experiment. Course Experiment being played here. Looking at the top 5, I'm going to Lost Zone 2 of them and keep the other 3. We saw a totally different shape in this game if that Charizard was able to retreat and Arceus V-Star was able to take the KO on the left, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. Cramorant and Roxanne hit the Lost Zone. Lost Zone count, I'm sure, is up to 10. Forest Seal Stone, or Lost Vacuum removes that Choice Belt from play, so now that Dragonite V is not scared of being KO'd at all, one shot at all. Psychic Energy being attached to the second Sableye, and nothing left to do but for a Dragonite to clean up this KO on the Charizard EX. We'll see. Maybe time was called at this point. I should have put a marker out or something to signify. Either way, switch card being played here to switch that Dragonite out of the active spot into the Sableye. So Sableye will actually... Are they going to clean up the Charizard? Yep, Sableye does enough damage to the opposing Charizard EX. Sableye has a Lost Mine attack. When there's 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone, you could put 12 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So enough to clean up the KO on the Charizard, and then the rest put on the Arceus V-Star. Entei V promoted into the active spot. Play will resume on Charizard's side. Wish there was a better way for me to tell you guys what turn we are on, but yep, it looks like our players recognize that the writing's on the wall here. So yeah, remember in time, maybe that was even the last turn there. Let me go ahead and give you guys a little bit better commentary here. Okay, so yeah, it looks like we did see whenever the Entei was promoted here. The Entei is promoted here, and then this is turn 2 of time actually. You can see the players gesturing now. This was turn 2, then after Entei would take a KO, this would be turn 3 on the Lost Zone side and the final turn of the game. And there's no way for the Charizard player to take more prize cards than the Lost Zone player in turn 2 and with their last turn 2 here. So they recognize that and go ahead and offer the concession to their Lost Zone opponent. So there we go. Lost Zone takes down top 4 on this side. On the other side, it was Mew VMAX versus Colorless Lugia, and they went to Game 3. And what a wild Game 3, but Mew was able to take things down. So in our next video, we're going to see the finals. Lost Zone versus Mew EX. What'd you guys think of this video in the commentary? Please let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.